A very important thing that we have in mind is that now we're dealing with an hybrid filter bank with cascaded filters. So we have a first stage with the PQMF of 32 subbands, and then we have the MDCT with 6 or 18 subbands, and with switching for pre-equal avoidance. So we need to understand that this has a certain impact on aliasing, and we will have aliasing in subbands coming from the first stage into the second stage, and we need to pay attention to the aliasing problem. So here we have the block diagram where we see the analysis filter bank with 32 subbands, and then we have aliasing in subbands, and then we know that the filter bank is critically sampled, and we have problems of aliasing in the analysis filter bank. So what happens is that the signal is mirrored inside, and aliasing cannot be neglected. So we have here, for example, an Nyquist frequency and Nyquist channel boundaries, and they are somehow overlapped, and we have this aliasing problems. So the mirroring of the original signals greater than the Nyquist frequency, and they occur on downsampling. So here we see the problems of aliasing in a cascaded filter bank, and that happens not just in one passband but in several, but they are only slightly attenuated. So the signal in many subbands, and they must be coded in many subbands, and this has a reduction on the coding efficiency. So here we have the passband, and we have aliasing component, and we have here they are reduced by some aliasing reduction. We have some peaks. So the frequency response contains peaks from the aliasing. And the result of cascading is that we have that far off frequencies are aliased into the stop band of the second filter bank. And observe that the aliasing spreads over several subbands of the second stage. And this is not the case for when we have only a single stage filter banks, which is done practically. So we have here attenuation of the filter and subbands of the second filter bank. We have here alias signal, the signal here, and alias components. So here we really need to pay attention on the first stage, on the second stage, and the effects of the aliasing from the first stage into the second stage, and so on. So because of this, there is an aliasing reduction structure used in the MP3, and it's a similar approach as a synthesis filter bank used to reduce or cancel aliasing. And we have here, for example, that high and low frequencies, they are mirrored every second subbands, and we also choose here some suitable factors that they are fixed, and they are obtained from the frequency response of the filters for the equal leveling of aliasing. So there is a special aliasing structure included in this hybrid filter bank architectures, and it's very important to pay attention on aliasing.